and welcome back to Jubilee Road. So in today's video then we are going to look at the fantastic Visman car system. And as you can see in front of you, I do already have two vehicles for the Visman car system to operate. As you know, I've always had this area here for the running cars. You can see it moving up there if you followed the channel long enough. I always used to have the Fala car system. This was the DC version. They did a digital version, which is very limited, the DC version is, compared to what you get with these. So basically, these are radio-controlled cars for a model railway layout. It's basically what that is, and you'll see what I mean going through the video. So here they are. This is a controller. This is your setup. You can set them going and turn the lights on and off and all that kind of stuff with this. And you've got a magnet there at the end which simply turns the vehicles on. We do that one as well. And you get two vehicles. Yeah, and the lights come on. Now these are obviously battery operated and they last for about 60 minutes. If you run them full speed, it'll only last about half that. But I think 60 minutes of runtime is really rather good. They do come with a charger which charges fairly quickly, and the charging port is actually underneath each vehicle. There's an awful lot you can do with this system besides just the vehicles. You can put magnets into your road system, and each magnet will tell it to do different things. Slow down or stop, so you don't have to touch these at all after you set them off. You can have traffic lights. They'll react with the traffic lights and they'll stop. You can even have a charger built into the roadway, so it will charge itself on the move. When they are out of charge, the vehicles will actually stop and put their hazard lights on, telling you they need to be charged, which is amazing when you think about it. They really are extremely high-tech vehicles, aren't they? So, just before we get to more then, let's show you what they do. So, if I press on my controller the plus button, the vehicle will move. And then do it again, it will stop. And then if we go to a couple of functions, you can put the headlights dip or full beam. You can turn, as you can see, the beacon off here, and you can also put the hazards lights on. That is the same with each vehicle, by the way. Really, really cool feature, isn't it? And the other one, if I move it into shot, it's also got its hazards, because this thing works for both vehicles, by the way. So you only need this to set them going. So what we're going to do in the video then, we're going to show you more features with this tipper truck here. We'll have a running session with them, which sounds odd, being a vehicle. And we'll show you what happens when these two meet each other on a roadway. What do you think will happen? So let's take a look at that, shall we? We'll have a look at some more features then, shall we? And we're using the tipper truck to do this. The brake lights are on at the rear of the truck, but if I go forward, you'll see them go out and the truck will move off forward. And there we go. And if you want to stop it, the brake lights come back on. That's such a nice feature, isn't it? Now, believe it or not, it can actually go in reverse. Now, this is a little tricky to do, but we'll see if I can do it on camera for you. That's why I said these are basically like radio-controlled cars. So if we go forward, press the reverse button, and you can see reverse lights come on, and it will go backwards. What a fantastic feature that is. You let go, it'll stop, put the brake lights on, and then carry on going its merry way. Now that really is quite a lovely feature to have on a model railway, isn't it? Just bring it to a stop by there. So that's really rather nice. Now, another really good piece of technology that this car system has. Now, you might be thinking, well, you're going to want more than one running around the circuit that I've got here, which you'd be right. Now, with my older Fowler car system, I couldn't actually do that because there would be a crash, which you've seen in outtakes. But with this new system, it's very different. So we got the silver truck, which is up there with its brake lights on, and the other tipper truck is approaching from the back. Let's see what happens. We just... Here it is, just coming into shot now, and watch what happens here. Brake lights come on, and it stops. These are actually got signals at each, the front and back, so they know exactly where each other is, and they will not crash. Even if you were having them head on, they still won't crash. So if you have one going slower than the other, they'll slow, but they'll keep going. Now, if I remove this truck, this one will react to that without me pressing anything. So if I just leave that there to show you, I'm not actually pressing anything. So if I remove this truck, keep it out the way, give it a couple of seconds, that truck, if I put it back in front, it stops. So how nice is that? It's such a fun system to play around with, isn't it? Really quite fun. Really rather enjoying running these. And there we go. That was my look at the Visman car system. What are your thoughts? I love it. It works so well. It's such a nice feature to have on a layout. You're probably thinking, is it 00 or HO these? I believe these are HO scale, but around a city area like this, you're really not going to notice. Now, there are wires underneath the roadway under here. This is card, which they are following. You can use magnetic tape if that's the road you want to go down. No pun intended there. Completely by mistake. You can even have point work in the road system, so they can go off at different angles. Say the vehicle was coming down here, it could turn off and go that way. You know, you can do anything you want with this system. It is really brilliant. You can get trailers for each truck. This one I will get the trailer for, and it comes with the working lights and sensors, and you can get a trailer for this one as well. I probably won't for that one. There are a couple of others available at the moment. You've got a Volkswagen Beetle you can buy. There's other trucks and older vehicles. Hopefully they are going to do a bus, because that's the one I really want for the system, being in the city area. One drawback is actually with this thing. Now, if I do that, you can see nothing happens because the signal is from the front. So that can get a bit getting used to, but once you set them both up running, it's fine. Unfortunately, this one's got slight damage because I'm a complete idiot. The magnet system underneath is out of shape and it won't follow the roadway, so I'm going to need to replace that. That's completely my fault and nothing to do with the model itself. You know, it happens. I bought these then from DCC Train Automation. You might have heard of those. Really great company, and I always have a good chat to when I see them. Should we get on to the price? Yeah. This is the bit I wasn't looking forward to, but I'm going to tell you. Now, these are very expensive, to be fair. They are packed with technology, but it's still a lot of money. They cost the same as a 00 gauge locomotive these days. They're about £200 each, or upwards, to be honest. That is an awful lot of money to pay for such a small vehicle, I know, but look at what you're getting and all the technology. It's so much fun. Not everyone can afford this. Yes, I know that. I'm just really lucky that I can, and it's fantastic to watch them running around this system. You can go for the Fowler one. It is cheaper, but it doesn't run quite the same. So there we go. What I'm going to do is leave you with a couple of running shots of this tipper truck running around. Not this one, because I said it's broke. And thank you very much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on this system. And if you're interested in it, please get in touch with DCC Train Automation. They'll help you out, and you'll see them at shows as well. Thank you very much for watching this slightly different video from me. I'll be back with loads more with content for you very soon. Bye everyone.